and you offer a range of swaps. So it's an acronym, and what does it stand for?
So basically, the swaps, I'll just put it in simple terms, it's basically working with the job centres, the local job centres, and it's designing a programme basically with our employers. For us, it's to guarantee an interview at the end of the day.
Okay.
So it's not just with candidates coming onto our courses. At the end of the day, they have to have something to look forward to and work towards. So they've got to have a goal. So that's basically what we use the swaps for.
Right. And the acronym, it's the Sector Work-Based Academies Programme. Did I get that right?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And why do you think swaps are a great way to kickstart someone into a career?
Well, basically, the swaps that we do have, we have guaranteed job interviews at the end of the day. But it's not just designed in one sector. So we'll have the retail, hospitality, engineering, warehousing. So we've got all the range of sectors for candidates to actually get back into work.
So it's quite broad then?
It is, yes.
Okay. So what kind of benefits do you think learners can offer an employer?
So once they come onto the course with us, it could either be a 7-day course or a 14-day course, depending on the businesses that we work with. At the moment, I'm running the Menzies courses at the moment, and they require the employability and the customer service side. So it is a 14-day course. With that, the benefits that the candidates get, they do their CVs. Interview skills, they go through the interview skills, but it's not only that, it's tailor-made to that employer. So at the end of the day, when they go for their interview, they are pre-prepared, and they've read through the job descriptions properly, and they can understand the role a bit better. We do have the employers coming in, and they will do a talk with our learners that are on the course as well. So they pre-see those learners if they've got any questions to ask and things like that. So yes, it is a benefit because they're working towards what the company wants.
Lovely. Because the question I was going to ask you, and you started to go into it, which is quite good. Why should an employer consider taking someone from a swap programme?
Well, there you go, because it's tailor-made for them. So it's tailor-made for any employer, whether it's filling out the applications. I deal with a lot of Heathrow at the moment, so it's going through that 5-year checkable history as well. So the learners are prepared. They've got all the information and ready for that company.
Right. And just wondering, does the employer play a part in developing the courses that you run as well?
They don't play a part in developing the courses as such, because it's accredited courses that we offer. But what they do is they will supply their application forms, and like I said, they will come in and do a talk as well. So it will give the candidates a bit more information about what they're getting themselves into. If they've got any questions they want to ask the employer before their interview, they have that opportunity.
Lovely. Can you just tell me a little bit more about that interview? Because you said after the training there's the hope of an interview.
It is. So it is a guaranteed interview with all our candidates. Doesn't guarantee the job.
Okay.
But it guarantees them an interview. So they do bypass all the, I would say, like a job fair, if they have to go through that process. They bypass all that, filling in that application. And a lot of candidates will struggle to fill in those applications. And that's where we come.
What are the sectors that are most needed in terms of skilled workers at present?
Yeah, of course. I'll go through a bit of a journey of, how we kind of develop our employer relationships. So at Strive, we've always worked on the premise of get the skills, get the job. And that really comes into play when we're talking to our employers and understanding, their needs and their requirements. We will look at our learner database, and our learners as well, they are a factor. They are all from different experiences, different backgrounds, so our employers are going to have to be from them as well. And we go out, we network, we do our market research, we get involved with lots of different employers by doing needs analysis and collaborate with as many people as we can to provide as many opportunities for our learners. Currently at the moment we've been finding actually that there's quite a range of sectors, so it's more than just one that are actually really popular. Hospitality is a major one, a major need in the industry. Health and social care. You've got your warehouse positions as well, they're crying out for them. And we've also noticed our customer service roles, so if you're working within a call centre, that's also coming into play, and obviously the seasonal vacancies, they are coming up now massively, especially for Christmas. So yeah, we're working hard and hopefully getting lots more opportunities to give to.
Okay, that's great. That's really good. So some people may not fully be aware of what the journey back into work is and what that's all about.
Yeah.
So can you tell us about some of the things that you work on with the learners to get them ready for that journey?
Yeah, of course. So the way I like to look at the journey back into work is life is not a sprint and it's not a marathon, it's a hurdle race. And that is what it's like.
Good analogy.
It is, and that's what it's like for our learners that come onto our courses, and they're getting over these hurdles, and that's what Strive is here to do. We're here to help them get over those hurdles, and we do that with our engagement with our learners through their course, after their course. Our employment support team is there. We provide them with either one-to-one support, webinars, that's tailored to them, interview practice, even if we're just there to be a shoulder to talk to, or let's say cry on, but talk to, and help motivate them and build that confidence. And it gets really reflected throughout the journeys that we have on our learners. And I'll never forget, we've actually had a lady not too long ago from Uxbridge herself, and she came to us. She was 6 months unemployed, and she'd actually been in recruitment herself, so she'd been in the market, but had lost all of her confidence before coming onto this course, and we provided all of that support that helped her boost her confidence. And then she came to us and said, I've got the job of an employment advisor.
Wonderful.
And that transformation has been amazing, and you know what, that's what it's all about at the end of the day, is sharing our passion to really change people's lives and get them back to doing what they love and back into work. So
excellent. I think that's a wonderful thing that you've just said there. Just getting the passion, getting the confidence back up where it needs to be.
Yeah,
so that's really well done there.
Pathways has got a really robust job brokerage team, and the team purely focuses on looking at gaps in the market. So as my two colleagues has mentioned, we focus on making sure that the learners that we're getting through the door, the gaps in the market in terms of the opportunities that are available, whether it be retail, whether it be hospitality, is where we kind of focus on making sure that we deliver on that. We focus on making sure that we partner with our employers to run the Sector Work Academy program that we've designed.
Okay, yes.
This is where the employees come on board with us and help us design the requirements that they need. So for instance, if the employer is requiring health and safety or first aid, we incorporate that in our vocational qualification. But the main thing is to make sure that the learners that we get through the doors have got a route way in terms of opportunity to go into. I'll talk a little bit about the Youth Hub.
That was my next question. Yes,
okay.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
So with the Youth Hub, we are the nominated provider within Hillingdon, so where we support 18 to 24-year-olds. Anyone that's coming from DWP or local authority, it comes through our Youth Hub. So we've got two part-time work coaches, two full-time work coaches that are with us 3 days a week in our centre. So they're referred, customers come into the site and they're referred into our advisors, where advisors kind of identify the requirements that they need.
Okay.
And then from there, what we do is we kind of support them with their CVs, we'll refer them onto our courses that we deliver. And our courses are more employability related, so they look at interviews, CVs, and various other units that support them to kind of prepare them into work. And then our job brokerage team will go into the session at the end of the session, just to kind of introduce the opportunities that we've got. And in most chances, we get quite a lot of people interviewed there and then. and then we match them into opportunities that are there with the employer network. But the employer engagement team purely is focused on making sure that there's opportunity for both adults and the young people. But then within the Youth Hub, we have Kickstarters who have come back from their 6 months experience from the Kickstart. Those ones are more or less pretty much job ready. So what they need is just kind of like a refresher where we kind of give them, the boost that they need. But then with the opportunities that we've got on the ground, it's a quick win for them. And we're, very passionate about making sure that we're delivering a service that's robust for, everybody. And we work very closely with DWP, local authority, to make sure that we are delivering a service that is meaningful.